Alright, welcome back. Last time we fought Ravana and got permission from Vidofnir to come here, which is an altar called Halo. And now we gotta see what Vidofnir has to say this time. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to Som Al's summit for thee and thy companions. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground and resting place both. Were you the minions of Nidhogg during your ascent, for 'tis certain they shall take great offense at your intrusion. We are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vidofnir. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breed further despair. Estinian? The way is open. Let us not tarry here. A moment. Shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that await us? Tiamat herself is said to guard this peak. I do not fear Nidhogg's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our path shall feel the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you that we are come to parley a peace? Let us be clear, heretic. 'Twas to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture, and 'tis for their sake that I go now to speak with Hraesvelgr. But I said nothing of Tiamat. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. This is my duty as Azure Dragoon. You are beyond redemption. We will accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet with Hraesvelgr, our path leads up the mountain. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? There we go. Samal. first little bit is just the random denizens of the mountain. So, no dragons yet. Kill these big flowers. Killing big flowers can sometimes also kill the little ones that it spawns. Sometimes you gotta go chase them down. Oh, how are you not thinking? Oh, that's a big flower. And an angry one. If you let it, that last boss can swallow you whole, and you gotta wait for it to spit you out. on. There you go. If you don't take out the ice boulders, they'll explode. Here we are. Some sort of Tyrannosaurus. So much for him. You two are back, huh? hit you with big dance. Take that. Enough, my beloved. Avenge me. So we just killed Nidhogg's consort. He's not gonna be too happy about that, I don't think. Huh? What's this? Oh sweet, we're turning on another one of our crystals. Look at us go. Regaining our power. Asuka! It's all good, Alphino. 'Twould seem Tiamat was the last. I sense no other dragons nearby. Except for that one. What is happening? Gasp! Nidhogg! He roars. He knows we are here then. His fury, it bleeds through the eye. Fear not, I am yet my own master. But that damned worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's homeland yet lies before us. Thus do we add another link to the chain of vengeance. O Saint Shiva, when will it end?
To the peak of Som Ar, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years, they came.
The churning mists. Well, that place with all the dark purple clouds and the lightning doesn't look like it's a safe place to go. We have reached it at last, the peak of Som Ar. 'Tis said to be the highest mountain in all of Eorzea, you know. I thought it cold in Kurthus, but the air here carries the chill of a dozen winters. Beyond the clouds. Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Hraesvelgr himself. What manner of creature is that? It's a Moogle. Asuka, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? Yeah, that's a Moogle. It was my understanding that they only dwelled within the Twelveswood. I certainly never expected to see one in the churning mists. If the Moogle does live here, however, he may know where Hraesvelgr makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. There just happens to be an aetheryte up here. Bah, he's gone, Asuka. We must widen our search. Okay. Looks like I've got places to search down here. We'll start over here. Etheric disturbance. How are you not looking at the thing that's right behind you? I have heard tales of these Moogles, but 'tis the first time I have ever laid eyes on one. They are rather adorable, aren't they? What? Why do you stare at me so? Can I not find a creature adorable? My heart is not truly made of ice. It's okay. They are adorable. I see no evidence of this Moogle of yours. Are you certain it wasn't a trick of the light? Mayhap 'twas simply one of these strange plants shifting in the breeze. Psh, come on, Estinian, you know you saw it. There is no sign of a Moogle in this area. Alphino, did you see where it went? I'm sure I glimpsed the Moogle fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? I don't know, could he? Mountaintop diplomacy. Confound it. Could we but enlist the aid of one of the local Moogles, I'm certain Hraesvelgr would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify Nidhogg's with any certainty. We could wander the mists for days and not know if we were any closer to his broodbrother. And those are not days we can well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Lady Azale, might I ask you to question any dragons whom you judge it safe to approach? I shall try, yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the dragons in the area deaf to reason. And what of you, Master Alphino? I've not yet given up on the Moogles. Asuka, come with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the Moogles' kin in the Twelveswood. After that business with Mogglemog, I dare say they will be glad to help us. Assuming you have no need of me, I shall remain here. Nidhogg senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the Eye, and his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze, in the hope that I might delay any action against Ishgard. Thank you, Estinian. Come then, Asuka. Let us make haste for Gridania, and rendezvous at Nofka's altar. Ah, but I neglected to tell you. There is an aetheryte of ancient construction here, which should make the return journey rather less arduous. Pray do not forget to use it. I've already used it. It's all good. We will teleport to Gridania. then to the Conjurer's Guild. Alfino. I sent word to the Elder Seedseer upon arrival in Gridania, and I am pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. If anyone can help us to contact the 12-foot Moogles, it is she. We are expected at the Lotus Stand. I trust you are familiar with the Conjurer stationed at its entrance. Yes, the quote-unquote silent Conjurer who talks. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but it is no less of a relief to see you safe and hail with mine own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you have done for us in our absence. Would that it were solely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings. Elder Seedseer, we would beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragonsong War. Speak on, friend. So, Moogles up in the upstairs? Attic Moogles, if you will. I see. So you seek a means to contact these Moogles of the Churning Mists. Koopo-po-po-po? I say Koopo? Greetings, Kuplokop. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by the sudden urge to bring you some fruit, Kane. And I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these Moogles in the sky, Koopo. I will gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a Moogle high in the clouds of Dravania, and I had hoped that you and your kin in the Twelveswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correct me if I am mistaken, Koopo, but there are legends, are there not, which speak of Moogles who dwelled beyond the clouds? Indeed there are, Koopo. Long, long ago, back when the world was still young, they say my ancestors served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children. Ah yes, the tale of good King Mugglemug XII. He is revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length, that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Ignoring the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it may well be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the Churning Mists. Given how long his kin have resided in the Twelveswood, it is perfectly reasonable that the details of their history have faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alfino, such stories oft contain a measure of truth. 'Tis like the Moogles of the Churning Mist tell similar tales of the world below. I can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. Oh, fleeing second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come tramping through the forest. Of course, where there's one Moogle, there's bound to be more. Which is why I've decided to take a trip to the clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping you might say that, Master Kuplo. You will accompany us, then. Just you try and stop me, Kupo. I'll admit, the thought of venturing outside the Twelveswood is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins. If you will have me, I will accompany you on this venture, and lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Gridania. My lady, are you quite certain? How oft has our nation turned to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn in its hour of need? How oft have we asked the Warrior of Light to risk her life to save our own? Full many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm. Is this not just? A most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seedseer. We would be honored by your presence. Cool. Where are you, Alphino? Pray return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Seedseer's guide on the journey back to Som All. It being a path I have already trodden, I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we shall have the Elder Seedseer's personal guard to escort us. Okay. Where is it? Moghome. Why am I walking when I can ride a big dog? Hey, Stinian. Well met, warrior of light. Nidhogg has not stirred, but he watches us, unblinking. The Elder Seedseer herself answers your call. Then there is naught to do but wait. Not indeed. There they are, Oscar. Greetings, my friends. I am happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful, devoid as the road was of Dravanians. 'Twould seem the dragons have abandoned Somall for the churning mists. Elder Seedseer, may I present to you Sir Estinian, Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. 'Tis an honor to meet you, Sir Estinian. I have heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skill and courage. Nice bow. Friends, I feel it only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Moogles are all around us even as we speak, and I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that have descended upon their home. Mayhap now would be an opportune moment to introduce ourselves. She just knows where they are. This should serve. They're hiding, of course, but there are so many of them, Kupo. I am Khan A. Senna. My companions and I have braved the long road from the Twelveswood to share words with you. On this, the occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. The wind is Kuplo Cop blowing a trumpet. Oh, such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo. I am Moglin, the chieftain of this Moogle clan. Chieftain Moglin, it is an honor to meet you. Greetings, I am Kuplokap, ambassador of the Twelveswood Moogles. A Moogle from the world below? Your hide is of a different hue, but that palm is unmistakable. I might need a moment here, Kupo. My companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here amongst the clouds. I hope they did not startle you overmuch in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. Full well can I imagine your wariness. I am told that men have not walked here in nigh on 1,000 winters. Mayhap you will forgive them their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great worm Hraesvelgr, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. An end to war, you say? I trust you, Kane Senna. The light of peace shines brightly within your soul. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that. We hid because we smelled dragon blood. These skies are home to many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Hraesvelgr, many others crave the opposite, such as Nidhogg. Suffice it to say, we are worried that the presence of your blood-spattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind, and invite destruction into our happy home. Now, just a moment, Chieftain. Asuka here may have doled out the odd thrashing or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. She is a champion of the 12 Sword Mughals, and I'll not hear her good name slandered. Now, Ambassador, let's not ruffle each other's fur. I shall of course take your testimony into consideration. If I may, Chieftain, there is little room for trust twixt strangers. Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? An excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interests of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend to you the hospitality of Mogholm. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance, and it will be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo. The old RPG trope of doing chores. Oh, it's you. Tell me, in the world down below, do all your kind look so different from one another? It must be terribly disconcerting. What was it Kuplokop called you again? Asuka. Your names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Moglin is taken, by the way, Kupo. As are Moghan, Mogmug, and Mogwin. These being the names of the 3 wise Moogles who will administer the momentous challenges that I have devised to measure your worth. I call them the Trials of Trustworthiness. Undertake these trials, and we shall soon see whether or not you are worthy of our aid. Alright, let's start with Moghan. Moghan's trial. Hello? Yes, I am Moghan, the foremost alchemist in Mogholm, if you must know. If your tummy is gloopy or your wings are droopy, I've a potion to fix that. Or, if I didn't keep running out of ingredients. Luckily, you're here to do my trial. Yes, go forth, mighty adventurer, and mightily pluck 3 sprigs of cloud's breath for me. You'll find it blooming near the entrance to Isle Tome. It's not the safest of places, so don't let yourself be too distracted by the pretty flowers. Oh. Okay. Fly straight up out of the hole. There's some cloud's breath. Let's see. see more. And the last is somewhere. We're gonna go up a little higher. See if we can spot it from above. There it is. Now back to Moghan. Did you have any trouble finding Cloud's breath? I do need it quite urgently, you know. Here you go. Oh yes, these are perfect, Kupo. Now I have the main ingredient for my palm tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, miss? Should you ever feel your palm losing its bounce, then I'm your Moogle, Kupo. And you, Mogmug? Mogmug's trial. Yes. You have the pleasure of speaking with Mogmug. I know, I am the fluffiest, most enchanting creature you have ever laid eyes on, upon, Kupo. It isn't easy being this adorable. I can barely take a stroll outside without those relentless companions throwing themselves at me. Well, they look as if they might just gobble me right up. In any case, fleeing their overbearing adulation is growing a bit tiresome. Your trial, madam, is this. Find these ardent archaeosaurs and slap some manners into them, Kupo. Perhaps a firm smack on the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar. Okay. I'll go beat up your dinosaurs. Oh, hey. The Heavensward, sightseeing log is one that I hadn't really put a lot of work into. Because when I initially played Heavensward, I hadn't unlocked the sightseeing log yet. So, and if you don't unlock it, you don't see the little blue balls. Here are the dinosaurs. Be nice to Moogles. Another one. There. You were able to humble my Javanian devotees. Wonderful. You are as capable as I am captivating, people. Still, my precious perfection does not excuse those louts from pursuing me so mercilessly, their tongues lolling and bellies rumbling. The Javanians and their ilk have much to learn about acceptable acts of admiration. Finally, Mogwin. Mogwin's trial. Mogwin's the name and art is my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Mogholm who can match my talent with a brush, Kupo. I know why you've come. Chieftain Moglin has demanded that I test your trustworthiness. But as I trust no one to create art that will satisfy me, I instead charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was an ambitious and innovative work, guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Kubo nuts on the open market. You must find it, question the masses. Surely a pebble painted with such vibrant color and unmistakable panache could not have escaped the notice of every Moogle in Mogholm. I will question them. You, Mogomo? Mogwin is missing his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, you mean that paint-smeared mess of a pebble? I've not seen it recently, a fact for which my eyes are profoundly grateful. Muddled Moogle? Maestro Mogwin has misplaced his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, happy day. If I am the swifter in finding it, I will soon have a genuine Mogwin for the price of a little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Kupo nuts just lying around about to spend on such luxuries? I don't know. I don't. Mogto. I don't know much about this stone, but I do know Mogwin's been creeping out the back way to Som'al's summit from time to time, Kupo. Mayhap he left it up there. Mayhap. Let's go talk to him. Well, what did you find, Kupo? Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. Ahem, the second part of your trial commences. Go, adventurer, and retrieve my masterpiece before some art-starved admirer swipes the stone for himself. Okay. Ah, I hit the ceiling. Where's the hole? There we go. Pretty. I've got your rock, Mogwin. Do you have it, Kupo? Is my masterpiece safe? Yes. Yes, this is my work. Is it not exquisite? I call it Contemplations of Zenith. Thank you, madam. At last I can exchange my art for those delectable Kupo nuts. Chieftain Moglin will hear of this valorous deed. Now we go back to Chieftain Moglin. Moglin's judgment. Asuka, if that is what you insist on calling yourself, you have completed the trials of trustworthiness, administered by the taskmasters Moghan, Mogmug, and Mogwin. During these grueling tests of character, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions. And I am decided, Kupo. Gather your friends before me now, so that I need not repeat myself needlessly. Ah, Elfino. Are these trials over then? My tasks have been little more than household chores. If our hosts elect not to grant their aid after working us like a pack of chocobos, I shall demand compensation in Kupo nuts out of principle. But I hope it will not come to that. Let us hear the chieftain's verdict then, shall we? What chores did you have to do, Estidian? How go your trials, warrior of light? I myself have been sent on a number of expeditions to chastise the local dragon population. Did not their chieftain wish to avoid inflaming the Dravanians? Such contradictions aside, our hosts seemed entranced by the height of my leap. They compared me to Mog, a lance-wielding Moogle warrior of Eld, who also favored such attacks. 'Twas meant as a compliment, I expect, but I doubt these furry lumps could overleap a caracal lamb. much less a dragoon. Conclude your business here swiftly, Asuka. I like not this place. Standing here in Mogholm, my thoughts turn inevitably to the legend of good King Mogulmog XII and his seat in the heavens. Like most, I thought it no more than a myth, a story for younglings that grew with the telling. But with every passing moment, I become more certain that we have discovered the origin of the tale. Full eager am I to hear what the chieftain has to say. Kuplokop? We've become such friends, Kupo. My Moogle cousins love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chieftain Moglin has finally come to a decision, has he? Well, I suppose I'd better flutter over and see it, then. Yes. What sorcery is this, that my heart should stir at mere fluffiness? Asuka! I was... No matter. What is it? Chieftain Moglin has made his decision. Well, let us not keep him waiting, then. Let's hear your decision, sir. No, you. Too far away. Never have I seen such determined work as Kupo. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and niggling errands. And have our labors proven the purity of our intentions, Chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Moogle. But you see, before any meeting with Hraesvelgr could take place, certain preparations needed to be made. And what better way to help you pass the time than by having you perform all the tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do, Kupo? Oh dear, oh dear. The horn! Bring out the horn! Quickly now! We blow on this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak with the great worm, Kupo. We haven't perhaps been treating it with the care it deserves of late, and I think Markan may have sat on it. So we needed some time for cleaning and polishing and straightening. No lasting harm done, though. No, now, you need simply head to Zenith, the worm's dwelling to the west, and give the horn a good toot. We are in your debt, Chieftain. Thanks to your noble gift, we shall finally have a chance to plead our case to Hraesvelgr. Very possibly, yes. But I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, Kupo. The old worm isn't terribly fond of, Your concern is appreciated, but I am quite certain that Hraesvelgr will welcome our overtures. Should we ever arrive at his lair? Come, we have squandered enough time already. Chieftain Moglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality. Though we must soon take our leave, I pray that we may continue to nurture the shoots of this new-sprung friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kupo. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Mogholm your home amongst the clouds. I know my voices for the Moogles are all over the place, but like, they're Moogles, so it kind of makes sense. Thanks for the help, Kupo. I doubt I would ever have found time for all those rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. If the chieftain had spent a little less time sitting about and a little more time chieftaining, things would never have gotten so messy in the first place. And he was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. But now all the errands are done and the horn is fixed, so all's well that ends well, eh, Kupo? Leaving Mogholm. Well, I expect you're eager to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you, Kupo? If not, Alfido is looking for you. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart. You have something to say, Alfino? To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for our trip to Zenith, and I believe the elder Seedseer and her retinue will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways. Shall we? Yes. Alfino, Asuka, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Mughals might never have been revealed to us. 'Tis we who should be thankful, Elder Seedseer. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would never have chosen to reveal themselves at all. And 'twas your presence, Kuplo Kop, that ultimately won us their trust. It must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Twelveswood, and we are exceedingly glad that you did. It was my pleasure, Kupo. I've made so many new friends and have so many fantastic tales to tell my kinsmoogles back home. And it is to our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. Safe journey, Elder Seedseer. We too must be on our way. Hreisvelgr awaits. Indeed. Warrior of light, pray attend closely to your companion, Sir Estinian. Beneath that stoical facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen. Not anguish. Where have you gone? Moghand. Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed away your tears, Kupo? Then we are indeed ready to go. The road to Zenith. As Chieftain Moglin already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Hreisvelgr's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. That's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Asar. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo. Alright, what we will do, though, is call this one for now. And when we come back, we'll make our way to Zenith.